Welcome back to The Great Expanse by John Bep 426. So glad you guys came back to the channel. Come back with other people next time. Those in your sphere of influence. Those that you have some pull with. Those you have some push with. Tell them about the channel if they like comic book related material. Guess what? They won't be disappointed. Because I haven't been disappointed yet. And I watch my videos over and over again. And it's to the point where I look at my stuff first. And then I look at other people's stuff. I think that's a good sign. I'm not being arrogant. I'm not being, egotistical. But if you're producing something and you're not a fan of your own work, you got work to do. I know we got work to do here, but I really like my videos. I hope you like them too. Click like, click dislike if you don't like it. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell for notifications. All, not personalized, not the one underneath that I never remember, but all. So whenever a new video is dropped, you will be the second person to know, and I will be the voice, because I'm making it. This headline jumped out at me, as I've said before. Exclusive. Dwayne Johnson eyed by Kevin Feige for major Marvel villain role. I have not read the article. I wanted to do it here on the channel. And this is from Giant Freaking Robot. The article is by Nathan Kamal, K-A-M-A-L, okay? Dwayne Johnson is one of the biggest movie stars in the world, literally and figuratively. He's about 6'2". He is one of the few actors who could walk away from the billion-dollar grosses of the Fast and Furious franchise with little to no effect on his career, and has more side projects than anyone could possibly keep track of. XFL, anyone? However, according to our trusted and proven sources, both of them, Dwayne Johnson is being wooed to join the very biggest franchise of them all, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It seems that Kevin Feige would like to get Dwayne Johnson to play one of the biggest, baddest Marvel villains of them all, Apocalypse. Wait, I might be able to stop. Okay. Quick note, Apocalypse is one of my favorite X-Men villains. He's one of my favorite Marvel villains, period. I still remember when I got X Factor, number 5 in the mid-'80s, and you only see the back of Apocalypse as he's talking to this mutant group that he's stirring up. And the last panel, he turns, you really can't see him, it says, "So swears Apocalypse." And I never got X Factor number 6. I never got it. So I had to wait years to figure out what he looked like, because I kind of stopped collecting comic books. So my other buddies were still collecting comic books. I'm like, oh, this is what Apocalypse looks like. And then X-Men, the animated series, came out. I heard his voiced by the late John Colicos. And I was like, this is the man, Apocalypse. Now let me get back to the article, because I'm sorry, I geeked out for a moment there. It is not surprising that Dwayne Johnson would be in consideration to play one of Marvel Comics' most significant villains. He has drawing power at the magnitude few individuals do, in that his name can and has revitalized multiple franchises, and he can make a hit out of even a lower tier theme park ride. Bringing in one of Marvel's most dangerous villains will require someone that really knocks out audiences, and Avengers presumably, and few people could do that like the once and future Rock. Alright, I thought you were going to say once and future Apocalypse, but he said Rock, okay. On the other hand, there are some pretty big hurdles to getting Dwayne Johnson to join the Marvel Cinematic Universe. For one thing, he seems pretty locked down over at Marvel's main competitor, Warner Bros. Discovery's DC Extended Universe. Alright, yeah, he's set to play Black Adam, yeah, we know. But we have reports that Warner Bros. Discovery is looking to bring Dwayne Johnson on board not only as a star, but as a consultant advisor, so that might be a no-go to the entire franchise, which kind of seems like a conflict of interest for Marvel. However, if anyone could use a do-over, it is Apocalypse. The comic book character was first introduced in X Factor in 1986, as I just alluded to, as an ancient and inconceivably powerful mutant who was born millennia ago as En Sabanor and had his mutant powers enhanced by celestial technology. So much in this article we're going to talk about. He was raised in the time period in which the time-traveling King the Conqueror ruled Egypt as Pharaoh Rama-Tut, which raises some interesting possibilities for the impending MCU debut of Jonathan Majors as Kang. Oh my goodness, this is juicy. This is juicy. Apocalypse was previously portrayed by Oscar Isaac and about 20 pounds of makeup in the 2016 film X-Men Apocalypse, which pretty much everyone can agree was disappointing. Okay? Wasn't horrible, wasn't the worst one, but it was disappointing. As such, getting Dwayne Johnson to play Apocalypse would be a great chance for Marvel to try again. Fans have been eagerly awaiting the proper debut of the X-Men into the MCU, and getting a huge star like Dwayne Johnson to play one of their greatest enemies will be quite the coup. It would also weirdly give Dwayne Johnson the chance to play ancient quasi-Egyptian super beings in 2 different franchises, which you have to think would be tempting. And I'm going to stop it right there. I didn't know that they were trying to get him to play Apocalypse. As you can see, you probably have to surgically remove my smile, because the idea of Apocalypse being done correctly really gets my gears going. Not in a bad way, but a good way. In part me for wiping down. I don't want the fan blowing and hearing extracurricular noises with street racing going up and down like the Fast and the Furious. But I am a fan of Oscar Isaac. I like him in Ex Machina. He was very good in a movie called A History of Violence. I would recommend that a lot of people watch that movie, A History of Violence. He was pretty good in the sequel trilogy. Up and down in the sequel trilogy, because that thing was doomed from the beginning. But Oscar Isaac is an awesome actor. I do not think he was cast correctly as Apocalypse. I believe that Apocalypse should have been given the Thanos treatment, and he should have been a CG character, because Apocalypse can expand his molecules. He can grow really big, and he can just walk around like a regular person. He's a shapeshifter as well. Now, in the old Marvel Universe Index comics, where they give you like a biographical layout of the character, they said that Apocalypse is 7 feet. So you don't really need CGI for 7 feet. And you can use forced perspective to make Dwayne Johnson look like he's 7 feet. But I really believe that Apocalypse needs to be redone. And the idea of Kang coming, this can tie in the Fantastic Four, because in the origins of Apocalypse, the Fantastic Four are actually in pursuit of Kang, but they didn't know he was Kang. They were in pursuit of Rama Tut. Now, Sue Storm actually gets kidnapped by Rama Tut, and this is going on while Apocalypse is becoming, in Saba Noor is becoming Apocalypse. And another thing I'll say on behalf of X-Men Apocalypse the film, they really had very little they could work with. Because I just mentioned Kang the Conqueror. I just mentioned Celestials. Marvel was not letting any Fox film go beyond mutants. You understand what I'm saying? So they couldn't say, the celestial technology. So that's why the transference was this weird, terrible pixelated, computer graphic, going in lines and then in midair. It looked goofy. So Bryan Singer really just had to kind of just yank stuff from here and here and all this other stuff just to give Apocalypse a proper transference and a proper reasoning, without saying Celestials, without talking about Rama Tut or Ozymandias. But this demands, and I almost went Mojo there for saying, this demands sequel! But this news demands a video about Apocalypse in Saba Noor. That will be coming to you very soon. But I don't know if Dwayne Johnson can be secured as Apocalypse, but there are plenty of other ethnic actors that would be great for Apocalypse. And you can see I'm still excited about it, because like I said, Apocalypse is one of my favorite villains. And he could have been done better than he was done in X-Men Apocalypse, okay? But not shooting that film down, I thought it was a pretty good movie. But I'm excited. What do you feel about Apocalypse? What do you feel about Dwayne Johnson playing in Saba Noor? And like they said, he'll be playing 2 quasi-Egyptian characters. He'll be playing Black Adam in DC and Apocalypse possibly in Marvel. So this has been a great experience by John Bat 426. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I can't wait to see you for our next video.